Hi everyone, and welcome to Almost Cancelled. Here I'm Peter, and that over there's Tim.
Hello?
Let's talk about Ash versus the Evil Dead. This is Season 1, Episode 4, entitled Brujo, I think is how you pronounce it.
Yeah.
There's a J, or a J, but yeah, no, Americans say J, we say J. But like most Mexican words or Spanish words with a J in them, they tend to become H's. Because it's wacky like that. But yeah, so the description for this one: after setting more evil loose from the book, Ash, Pablo, and Kelly head to Pablo's uncle's house for some answers. Meanwhile, Amanda and Ruby find that they have something in common. Now, I'm guessing that Amanda and Ruby are the cop and Lucy Lawless. I have no idea what their actual character names are, or which one of those is which.
Yeah, I don't think they really introduced themselves yet.
Yeah, no, I have no idea which one's which. But that's okay. It doesn't matter. Tim, what did you think of this week's Evil Dead?
I liked it a lot. I think still continues being great. Uh, maybe, maybe my least favorite so far, which it's not a bad thing, but
Yeah,
I think it's more of a breather episode.
I would agree with that. I actually feel like this is the first one where, and again, I still enjoyed it. It was still good.
Yeah.
But this was the first one where I felt the length of the episode really hurt it, because this felt like half an episode.
Yeah.
Like even the sort of the cliffhanger, as it were, at the end, it just kind of felt like this feels like halfway through an episode. It doesn't feel like the end of episode thing. It just feels like
Yeah, there's not like a very clear ending point, which the other episodes have kind of had so far.
yeah, it kind of felt like we'll be back after commercial, except they weren't.
Yeah.
So yeah, that kind of sucks. But the plot of this one essentially is that they go to Pablo's uncle, who's like a shaman or something like that.
I guess, yeah.
Yeah, he's got weird shit all over his like junkyard place, and so many characters in movies and TV shows live in junkyards.
Yeah.
Like I've never met
I don't know if
anyone.
that's a real thing.
Yeah, I've never met anyone who lives in a junkyard. But so he puts Ash into like what is essentially an acid trip, but it's really a spiritual finding yourself within stuff. And it's really just an excuse to have Bruce Campbell stand in in the front of a lot of green screens and making some really corny jokes.
Which, usually I'm not a huge fan of that kind of plot device, like having to go through some type of drug trip or whatever. But I don't know, I kind of liked it in here, just the ridiculousness of him and how much he wants to go to Jacksonville, Florida.
Yeah, I might have heard of that, but it's not like.
Oh, I don't think it's like a big famous city or anything. I think it's just something like an old dude would want to go.
Well, to be fair, Bruce Campbell is getting on a bit now. He's maybe hitting that age range where he would want to go to a place like that.
Yeah, he just wants to hang out there, have a few beers.
I wasn't feeling the whole dream stuff until the other element of the episode came into it, and that was the demon from the previous episode, which was inside Kelly. Kelly, yeah. It was inside her, and she started acting weird and all that, and she was in her demonic possessed thing. But once she went into it, went to Ash, and it started appearing in his head, because they set up in the last episode that this demon goes inside your head and messes with you. Then I'm like, okay, that's kind of cool, because A, I like that demon from the last episode, and I'm glad that he's still around, and B, it makes sense, that's his whole thing, is that he goes inside your head. So
yeah. And it's kind of interesting too now how you kind of have all these different characters and plot points kind of coming together and stuff. I think that's kind of nice.
Yeah, it's good. I like that Pablo's trying to build a really advanced Tony Stark level of hand for Ash. We'll see how that goes. The other big thing in this episode, of course, was we got Lucy Lawless finally sort of showing up for more than a scene. Yeah. We got 2 scenes with her in this episode. Don't we feel blessed?
Yeah.
And she reveals that she is the sister of the female character in Evil Dead 2. Mm-hmm. And it was her parents who owned the cabin. And she has the evil possessed hand of Ash that was cut off in that movie.
Yeah. Which actually liked kind of the references and nods to Evil Dead 2 in this. Because I don't know, for like the show seems to have been doing like so much of its own thing that almost like forgot that, the reason this whole thing exists is because of this whole movie from so long ago. And I don't know, sometimes I feel like it can be a little forced when they're trying to reference stuff like that. And I don't know, maybe it's because I'm such a big fan of the original movie that I didn't mind it here, but I thought that it was kind of cool.
No, I thought the hand was great. I think it's a great plot device. It makes sense why
Mm.
she knows how to keep finding him, because the idea is
Yeah.
the hand's twitching and trying to get back to its owner.
Mhm.
I like that. I like that it's tying in some way to the movies, and they keep talking it in the dreams. And there was something last week as well about going back to the source. You know, this season's ending with them going
Oh
back to
yeah.
that cabin. They are
Yeah.
going to the cabin at the end of this season. I have
I
no doubt about that. If there's someone outside of Tim's house right now on their way to that cabin,
I'm trying.
so that's so happy. Also, Ash's car has nitros. What the fuck?
Yeah.
Uh, I don't know.
I thought that was cool. That's like also like another neat little nod, having the stuff with the car, even though not just to like the Evil Dead movies, but like that car appears in all of like Sam Raimi's
Oh yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
So it's kind of cool that it was almost like it almost felt like a another character like in this episode, like when it's kind of getting like starting to shut down from the like evil force that's coming towards them, and he's kind of banging on like
Also,
not my car.
I love that Ash has had this car for over 30 years and he's still got 12 payments left.
Yeah.
Still got 12 payments left to pay it off. Oh god, he went to a really shit car dealership for that.
Yeah.
Really shit. Nah, that stuff was fun. Were they implying though that every time we see that camera zooming through the woods that there's a giant like cloud monster on the other side of it?
Uh, I
Because
didn't. Yeah, I didn't think that. I kind of figured that. Um, I don't know that might have been a one time thing because it would seem odd like the other instances where it's appeared why it hasn't just completely wrecked everything and
hmm, yeah, okay. So I think that's about pretty much everything. Unless there's anything else you want to mention.
no, just I mean just to sum it up, it's continues to be great. Like it's still just being like a really fun romp that's kind of capturing the reason why I like the movies so much. And um again, this was like I felt like a little different than the other ones, but again, not bad. Still, continuing to be really good and something I look forward to each week.
All right, cool. So that's this week's review of Ash versus the Evil Dead.